Hello and welcome back to another 5K tennis discussion. It is Monday, January the 6th, 2020. If that's correct, I'm fairly certain it is. Hopefully everybody has had a great start to your week, and we're going to get right into today's tennis topics. So here we go. Carla, you ready?
Yeah.
All right, I'm ready to roll. Let's get down. Let's go. All right, I got to pump myself up. It's still a little early, but I'll get going. All right?
It's not that early, but okay.
All right, so the first topic I have is something that I was thinking about last night, and I said we're going to talk about it here. All right, so how often do we see major league pitchers, especially in baseball? How many multi-$100 million deals do major league pitchers sign quite frequently these days? I think someone just signed I think it was Steve Strasburg for the Nationals, just signed like a $200 million contract for something like 8 years or something. So there's not a problem with that. I'm using that as kind of somehow I'm going to relate that to tennis. So here we are. We have a $200 million athlete, no disrespect, that is making crazy, gnarly, insane money, right? And when those pitchers get on the field, then they have pitching coaches and the head coaches that have pitch counts, right? They count their pitches. You know, okay, he's pitched 7 innings, or he's got 80 pitches in. Let's cut him right now. Let's put him on the bench for a couple days, and we'll bring one of our other 23 pitchers in. You follow me? Not 23. I think they have like a bullpen size of like 6 or something. I don't know that exact number. So in other words, they have a finite pitch count, World Series or not. We're going to protect the pitcher. In every World Series, it's always like, they should have pitched him longer, but they pulled him. You get what I'm saying. $200 million athlete has a pitch count, right?
Right.
Okay. In case you didn't know. So in tennis, however, compared to $200 million for a handful of years, a tennis player is lucky to make a quarter of that in an entire long, arduous, major, inclusive winning career, right? So with that said, think about this. The pitching motion. Bow, right? You're coming over the top, you're pronating the wrist, and you are unloading with the shoulder, and boom, you get it?
Right.
Okay. Football players even, and if a football team scored enough points, they take their starters out and put them on the bench and put the backup in, right? I don't think we have backups in tennis though, right? Mm-hmm. So football throwing motion. Here we go. Bow, delivering it to the target, right? Okay. The tennis serve. Bow. Same motion. Do we have serve counting coaches on the sidelines and that pull us, and are we able to put backups in?
No, it's an individual sport.
But what I'm saying is, isn't that quite odd that someone makes $200 million a year, has a pitch count, but tennis players that sometimes make pennies, all the way up to the highest, elitist of levels, the service count doesn't matter.
Well, we know tennis players are underpaid. That's a fact. For every other sport, you got football, baseball, soccer. They're all basketball. Tennis players are underpaid. We know this already.
Not only are they underpaid as a whole, sure, we have Federer, who's probably approaching a billionaire at this point.
Yeah, but you've got to have something special to make that type of
money.
But
you have to be such a rare occurrence with the likes of the Nadals, Djokovic's, Sampras,
you have to be something
Federer's,
special,
something elite. So.
Yeah.
I mean, some of these pitchers are just run-of-the-mill pitchers. I mean, they're nothing super special. We've seen it before, since baseball began a sport. No disrespect to baseball. I'm talking the aspects of the huge disparity of pay between a lot of the same type of person and not that intense.
Yeah, but you've got a quarterback that makes more money than maybe somebody else playing football in a different position. I mean, it's a team sport. They're assigned to do that job and that job only.
Yeah,
so
but again,
a tennis player is individual sport. They're holding a racket, so the racket helps you serve harder, which helps your arm, less stress on the arm.
How many players' careers? Let's just look at myself. I've had 2 shoulder surgeries because of rotator cuff, because of burnout serving or tear serving, but. Tennis is arguably the most difficult sport on the planet to make a living in,
and they're underpaid,
and as well to play.
Sure, even golf players make more money than them.
So think about that. Is there any rhyme or reason to that? I mean, hey, I couldn't quite wrap my head around kind of the comparison. So there's no real I guess, a football player takes a hit to the head. They get a concussion and the whole team's around them. Baseball, a pitcher's shoulder starts hurting. Hey, we're going to sit you. Let's get this done. And tennis, I get they have that, but most of the time they push through it because they got to pay the bills. And those that are playing all these matches, think about how many throwing motions they're doing every single day, one after the other, and it's just like throwing a split finger fastball. And here is my last statement, and we'll move forward. This also goes to show the overall fitness level and how highly trained tennis players, at least at this level, shoulders are. Because if we're worried about throwing and I forget the overall weight of a baseball, but a tennis racket is generally, let's say, around 11 ounces, 12 ounces, somewhere in there, depending upon what you swing, but pretty much in there, about 27 inches long, give or take a half inch or so. And you're swinging it, throwing it. I mean, these pitchers are just throwing a ball, okay? Throw another ball, okay? There's 70 of those. Now, throughout a tennis match, 1 serve, 2 serves, 3 serves, and every time the first serve is a snap, and then sometimes the second. Think about it.
Yeah, they put their bodies through a lot. Again, they're underpaid. I think we all know that. Why do we even want to be tennis players? I don't know.
It's becoming ever so tough.
I don't know.
Anyway, I don't know why. I don't even know why I thought about that, but no, I felt pretty. I guess I thought it was desirable to talk about. All right, moving forward real quickly. Next topic, Andreescu. We have had a sneak peek at her outfit. If you're just tuning into the show for the first time, we always like talking about outfits. So I think Carla here has a picture of that outfit. We have given the likes of Serena Williams and Bianca Andreescu grief about their outfits since we started the show. So I think Carla has some grief, but I think I like it. So here we go. You
like the outfit?
I like the outfit.
So this is option number 1.
Take a look.
And this is option. Let me blow this one up. Option number 2. I think option number 2 looks better.
All right, show them 1 again.
1 and 2. She's definitely a thick girl. She has to watch her weight just like Serena.
So this one where she's hitting the backhand is 2.
Yeah.
And this is 1.
I like 2 better. Too much going on 1.
I'm thinking maybe 1 or 2 may like fold up into something. And
Could be. It looks like
it might be like a Una suit where you can fold it up or put it down.
I tell you something. Nike stopped being creative a long time ago. So I'm wearing Nike, but it's plain.
So why don't you like this suit?
I like the yellow. I just don't like all these pink, blue. It looks like someone just took paint and just threw it on there. It's just too much. It just looks like you're wearing those tights underneath and then something that resembles a dress, but it's not quite even. It's kind of geometric. And this one's better to me. I like the top. I don't like the bottom.
I like the outfit. It's bright.
Well, they always go with yellow. It's the Australian Open.
That's great. I think it's a perfect...
I hate Serena's outfit. I hope she's not wearing that. I watched her play doubles, and that was an awful outfit. It looked like she just gave birth again.
Wow.
It made her look big. When you're a strong, thick woman with big shoulders, I can't wear those type of dresses either. It makes you always say when I buy those type of dresses, those baby doll dresses, it makes you look like you're pregnant again, and you're not. It makes your stomach. You say that to me. You're like, don't buy those dresses because it makes you look like you have a stomach and you don't.
Okay.
And that dress makes her look. She wears those dresses, those long sleeve dresses, and then they're loose up here. It makes her look big. Yeah, I don't like it.
You just made me sound like abusive or something.
He says it's a fact.
No. Anyway, first of all, I like Andreescu's outfit. I do. She has. To me, looks like she's gotten in better shape than when she started last year.
She looks the same like at the U.S. Open.
I think she looks a little bit more fit.
She looks
number
the same
1.
as the U.S. Open.
Number 2, it has a compression aspect of it. So I know she's had some muscle injuries, some muscle tears, some other nagging little injuries. So maybe the compression aspect of it keeps her a little bit more supportive in a way. I wear compression on my leg, at least when it's healthy.
Those are tights.
But a similar, you get what I'm saying. There's a compression aspect to it.
Maybe, I don't know.
It's a suit, in other words. So I'm fond of that from an athletic perspective and as a coaching perspective. I'm a fan of compression items. Sometimes it's just mental. It makes you feel more supported. So that's just something for me. But I really like the outfit. I think she looks cute in it. I wish her the best of luck at this Australian Open. By the looks of the outfit, I'm beginning to believe these injury withdrawals is just a way to be courteous to the tournament that she had previously accepted an invitation to, and just, hey, I got an injury, I'm pulling out. Okay, hope you feel better. Ultimately, getting ready for her Nike new suit appearance at the Australian Open, where she has a very good chance to win, right? Number 2, Serena Williams' outfit. The past 3 months, we've seen Serena parade herself around.
Yeah, she's got a bathing suit and her abs. I don't know if it's a spray on.
It has to be a Photoshop.
A spray on or something, because she just looked huge again. It's like...
Yeah, so... First of all, I'm an ardent or an avid Serena Williams fan. Number 1, again, never a fan of her conduct, but from an athlete perspective, she's arguably the best athlete that's ever walked the face of the earth, pound for pound, across male and female. That's just my opinion. Now, her conduct is a -40 on a scale of 1 to 10. But you can't take her athleticism away from her. However, moving into the Australian Open, I don't think that she has a chance. I mean, she makes a final, okay, semifinal, okay. But watching her play doubles with Wozniacki, by the way, Wozniacki looked very good. So I mean, in terms of fitness, so I'm sorry to see her go, but surely she wants to move on to the next chapter of her life. Back to Serena's outfit, though. Serena still looks out of shape.
She looks out of shape.
And unfortunately, Osaka, even the likes of Benchik, or who was it that...
I'm trying to find a picture of that.
Look, we watched a lot of women's tennis yesterday. Garcia and Townsend, which was a good match. Townsend looks like she's coming into shape a little bit better. She lost a close match to Garcia, but she looks better. But these are all people that I think Serena will have problems with.
I mean, look at her outfit. Here we go again. It looks like she's hiding something.
Again, love Serena. But I don't think she can walk into the Australian Open and win it. I just don't. I hope that she makes a final, but I think it's going to be really tough for her. In 120-degree heat.
I think you can't wear those long sleeves. I mean, that's just too much on you. You look at Wozniacki, here's a fit girl, and then you look at Serena, and it looks like, man, she just came back from maternity leave. But going back to Townsend, we did watch that Garcia match. What were they playing? What was it? Was it Auckland? Yes, it was Auckland. They were playing.
A good tournament, too.
Townsend needs to really change her coach. Donald Young, Sr., her game is too loopy. I was watching Garcia. Garcia doesn't have a serve, but she would hit flat. And here comes, the lefty with all that loop. Not good for tennis. It's the same strategy. She's too big to come into the net. She doesn't have the time. I don't like her game at all.
I like Townsend in a way. I agree with you. Her coaching choice, I think, could be a whole different. I guess it could be at a higher level. No disrespect there at all. They're both from Georgia, the Youngs, and Townsend, as I recall.
He needs to stick to teaching juniors because he didn't help his son become a better pro. I mean, Donald Young never advanced, and here is Townsend making the same mistake. It's time to move to a new coach.
Agree with that 100%. Garcia, by the way, has one nasty screech on her.
Everything was a grunt.
We have something called a screech meter or screech level index. That's an SLI, which when we hear these women squeal or squeak or screech, we kind of put decibels on it. We pulled it out for the first time of the season yesterday. And Garcia deserves a low 9, like a 9.18763 on the decibel screech level indicator. She was just squealing like a stuffed pig out there.
And she doesn't think when she plays. She just hits the ball. There were a few withdrawals on Auckland. We had Ostapenko, who withdrew for personal reasons. And then Kuznetsova, who's supposed to play Serena, withdrew due to a viral illness. With Ostapenko, with her withdrawing, who knows what's going on with her life. Sometimes I think she needs anger management classes. Who knows? There were a few matches. You didn't know Bouchard played.
Did she win?
She beat Flipkins.
Ooh,
that was a good win for her.
Yeah, good win. Flipkins is a tricky player. I think Flipkins is from Belgium.
Yeah, that was a good win for her. Coco Gauff, we watched a bit of her match. Again, I can't really say much about her. She's playing someone that it's subpar, who couldn't really serve. She beat her. I would like to see how she does against players like, again, Osaka, Andreescu, Serena, which I heard if Serena beats... who's she playing? Camila Giorgi.
Yeah.
If she beats her, they'll face off. So that'll be a true test. Still good for the 16-year-old to be on there and winning. Kasatkina had her first win
Good
of
for
the
her.
year.
Kasatkina.
She beat Carla Suarez Navarro, so that was a good match for her.
When Carla's like ready to play, she really hasn't played any high level matches since I blew my knee out, and it still may be a little while from now. We won't get into that, but when she's not rusty, I say healthy, she's healthy, but when she's not rusty, she plays very similar to Kasatkina. So I've always liked Kasatkina. I hope she has a big year.
Hopefully.
I love Kasatkina.
We have Brisbane, a match. Collins defeated Svitolina, destroyed her 6-1, 6-1. Ouch.
Yeah,
ouch.
I heard about
that hurts.
So is that a big deal for Svitolina? But wait
yes,
a minute.
It is. For her, it is a big deal.
I think it's a huge deal. I think about 5 shows ago we discussed that one of the players that we think their futures will be defined in this year. We talked about Svitolina. Svitolina has been around. She's been through her ups and downs and injuries and so forth, and she's been through, she's been on tour for a long time. And I think this year is very important for her. And too bad that the match happened that way. But Danielle Collins, as we know, is no pushover, she's a feisty girl. Yeah.
Another match for Kerber. This is an important year for her, and she goes down to the veteran Stozier. I was pretty shocked with the score. I mean, that's not good for Kerber. Kennan beats another veteran, Sevastova, so she's still going.
Look, I'm a big fan, big fan of Stozier. Always have been. She's been a class act on tour for a long time. I know she's flirting with retirement now. Right. So hey, good.
But that's what I'm saying. That's not good for Kerber. You're supposed to beat players like that.
Yeah, but
you're supposed to.
Either way, good for her, and I hope she does really well.
Another one who's struggling this year, Shenzhen Open. Your girl Sabalenka wins against Gaspard pretty easily, but then again, I looked at that draw. It's not an impressive draw. Muguruza's in it, and she squeaked through in 3 sets against Xingyu Wang. Not good. I don't see a good year for Muguruza.
Muguruza, she lost?
No, she won.
She won. Okay, that's what I thought. So Muguruza was another one of those female or WTA players that we indicated a few shows ago. That was also going to be on the list of the players to watch in terms of how good they do this year. Will it define their future? Svitolina was on there, and we also had Muguruza on that list.
And Kerber.
And we had Kerber on the list. And some male players too, but neither here nor there.
And then Brisbane, you should watch the women play. It's a lot more interesting than ATP
The storylines are better.
In my opinion.
Agreed.
Sakari versus Osaka. That'll be an interesting match for Osaka coming back. Kiki Bertens and Yastremska with her new coach.
That's a great match. Yastremska is on the up and coming, and she's a tough customer. Right. She's going to make noise this year. Watch and see.
And Bekic against Putintseva is another good match to watch.
That's an interesting match. Potty mouth Putintseva. She loves to talk smack. Let's get down. Love her feistiness. I hope she does well. So hey, that's action packed. And one thing real quickly. I wanted to bring up as you finish the women's.
I'm done with the women's.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. So this was kind of my write-in for after you got done with that. But I wrote this last night, like 1 a.m. type thing, or 11 at night, whatever, before I went to bed. And I wrote this. I said, can anyone stop dissing and getting, can anyone stop dissing and setting aside the WTA Tour? For me, the past 5 years, at minimum, as a whole, day in, day out, pound for pound, has been better than the same old big three on the men's side. No disrespect. The women's tour to me has been better and been better for quite a while. I know there was some disorganization with the female tournaments in the continent of Australia because of the ATP Cup. Surely maybe there was some of the bushfire. Much love to all those over there dealing with that. But there was some confusion, and the confusion resulted in the women's matches being pushed off of every show court to outside courts, and all the guys stuck in there when the women's was, from what I understand, pre-scheduled to those of the men. So all I want to say is watch the women's tour, get into it. To me, it's like last night, we're watching TV until late. Normally we're asleep 9 or 10 with 5 kids, and we're up late watching the women play and excited to watch it. So check it out. I mean, would you agree or disagree?
I think it's a lot better than watching the ATP Cup. I mean, I'm seeing a lot of lopsided matches, and I'm not convinced yet.
I mean, again, check it out. No joke. Go women as a whole. Their tennis is absolutely amazing. It tends to have more ebbs and flows.
It was better than watching Djokovic and Monfils. I mean, Djokovic destroyed Monfils.
Yeah, and look, I didn't care for the grunting of the Garcia match with Townsend. I didn't care for, by the way, when Townsend smashed her racket.
Did you like the presentation they did?
Oh, wait a minute, hold on. Before I forget, before I forget. during that match in the third set, Townsend gives up, or Garcia held when Garcia had 2 break points. No, vice versa. Townsend had 2 break points, and Garcia was serving, and Townsend didn't convert either one of those 2 break points. So she smashes her racket on the court, and the point before that, she says, "Hit the effing ball" in front of the whole crowd, the crowd, and we had it on live. So you could hear, we were rewinding, we were like, geez, did she really just say that?
Oh, she must have been copying Zverev.
Yeah, so I didn't care for the conduct there, but outside of the grunting of Garcia and Townsend's outburst there in the third, I thought it was a great match.
She's right. She should hit the damn ball. Her ball is too damn loopy.
Yeah, but she didn't say damn. She went worse than that.
Her ball is too loopy. It's like, service line. I mean, and then you have a person that hits flat. They're going to put it away. So, just saying.
All right, moving forward real quickly. I'm going to stutter saying this because last night my Borna Coric lost easily to her catch.
And we made a bet, and I told you that was going to happen.
So she bet me last night. I thought Coric would win. Granted, it wasn't clay, but I thought he would still win that match and have a great year.
And her catch won it easily.
But he got destroyed. So hopefully Coric rebounds. But he didn't look that fit, though. He looked like he lost a little bit of weight, maybe. Was a little bit weaker off both wings.
He's just a counter. I don't know. I don't like his game. Reminds me of Nishikori, just bigger.
Okay, that's a good metaphor. Anyway, I hope Borna Coric turns the tide. Second quick topic, Boris Becker looks rough.
He looks like he's 80.
Wow. Woo. Man.
He looks like he's 80. He looks like he's done a bit of, I don't know, maybe too much drugs, too much women and drinking. I don't know. He looked
homeboy looks rough, but hey,
rough.
I must rewind to when I was a young boy.
You look at Edberg and Becker, and I love Becker. I used to have a crush on Becker when I was a kid. But now I look at him like, whoa, just bad.
When I was a boy, I was more of a fan of Boris Becker than I was of anyone else on tour, including Edberg and his beautiful game.
Edberg aged well too.
Stefan Edberg, in my opinion, may be one of the top 3, and I think probably of all time in terms of grace in his game. Of course, Federer. Edberg is up there. And
Lendl. Well, you have Lendl.
Oh, no.
But you had Lendl. Okay, wait. You had Lendl, Becker. Lendl, Becker, and Edberg. And
I'm talking about beautiful game.
I'm just saying, out of those 3, Becker and Lendl, they age bad. Like really bad.
Yeah, I was talking about the beauty of the game. So
Edberg had a beautiful game.
Just
like Becker.
Federer has a beautiful game.
Yeah.
If you go back and look at vintage Bill Tilden, he had a beautiful game. Who else had just a gorgeous game? Steffi Graf had a beautiful game.
Yeah.
Anyway, the list goes on. So anyway, he looks rough. Love you, Boris. You were my idol as probably a 8-year-old kid, 7-year-old kid. The serve and volley finals at Wimbledon. Much love, bro. But you're looking a little rough out there, dog.
Well, it's probably that bankruptcy is killing him.
All right, last couple of topics. Can someone please get Sasha Zverev a darn serving coach? Wait a minute. Not only does he need a serving coach, he needs
everything.
He needs a dad that's going to be like, "What are you doing?"
Well, he was yelling at his dad and smashing rackets after he lost his Tsitsipas.
Can you answer me this question, Carla? Does that make any sense? How is the kid yelling at the dad? You know what happened to my kid?
In camera, which is showing juniors, hey, I can yell at my parents.
Well, what would happen if my boys yelled at me like that? It wouldn't be good, right?
No.
I don't care if it was national TV or not. I would handle that. So what I want to say here is Lendl was kind of dismissed and ragged by this brat when he was coaching him because Lendl took a cell phone call and was petting his puppy. You know what I think?
More like Lendl knew that he wasn't going anywhere with that kid.
I understand why now Lendl had the puppy on the sideline in the first place. He probably had the puppy in case he was about to have a nervous breakdown and then hand him the puppy and say, "How can you be mad? Smash your racket. Here's the puppy. Can someone please get Zverev a puppy? He needs a puppy."
I was watching a few points against Tsitsipas. Tsitsipas had a lot of firepower where Zverev, with his very slim frame, has nothing behind the ball. It's too loopy. The two-handed backhand is more like a push. There's no strategy. I mean, for a guy that tall, he doesn't have a serve, which is surprising. On top of that, he needs to add at least 10 pounds of muscle into his body and just change his game completely.
Yeah,
he doesn't volley right.
His firepower is low.
There's no firepower.
He doesn't have
no mental game.
Yeah, his pace is, you know.
He will definitely fall out.
His pace is,
just medium.
It's just medium.
Yeah.
It's not weak, but it's he can't. He's averaging like
he's no
14 double faults a match.
He's no better than Fritz. Just saying, he's no better than Fritz, but gets more recognition than someone like Taylor Fritz
because of his looks.
I don't even think he's that.
Most of the young girls that follow the sport that see him, they're like, "Oh, he's hot." Just saying, they do. Hence why Federer took him on his South American trip.
I guess.
I mean, I'm just saying the young hottie girls that like the hottie guys.
Felix Auger-Aliassime has way more firepower than Zverev. Shapovalov has way more firepower than him. It's weird to watch this kid play and just have. I mean, even Becker looked like, he was like, geez, why am I next to this kid?
Yeah, can you find the picture where Becker was staring at him like this, like what? But yeah, you watch the kid play, and you're just like, I don't get where he's going. If anything, he's going downhill. I don't see any indication of their adding any type of good, I guess, regimented workouts. I mean, he's got the same wiry frame, no disrespect to that, but he needs to add some firepower because he doesn't have very much firepower. If you can't find it, I would just hit.
So this is a picture of, so he yelled at his dad, and then Becker, I guess, stood up, and he just looks like, he's like, you better not yell at me. Who do you think you are? I mean, it's just odd to see this kid.
Yeah, and there's a picture there where Becker, he's like, Zverev having a meltdown, and Becker sitting there like,
there it is.
Is that the one? Yeah. Is that the one where Becker looks really rough? Yeah, yeah. I mean, well, yeah, and there's more of them too. But anyway, enough of that.
Here's another one.
Let me see. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. So anyway, hopefully this kid gets some guidance.
Well, he plays
Shapovalov, doesn't he?
No, he plays. Let me see. Zverev plays Shapovalov. Yeah. So let's see. That's a good match to watch. Germany against Canada. Zverev, Shapovalov, Struff against Auger-Aliassime. So that's a good match.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch both of those matches. I will have to find out what time those come on today. I definitely want to see the Zverev Shapovalov. Anyway, everyone, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to our channel. We will see you tomorrow. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell, as when the Australian opens, we will be doing our fantasy teams and our tennis racket giveaway. By the way, there is a video on a separate playlist if you want to be involved in our fantasy team competitions for prizes, and as well our tennis racket giveaway where you're predicting finalists and the winners. If you want to see that information, go to a video that says Australian Open 2020 prize giveaway. It's on its own playlist, sitting alone, and all the rules will be there. Please subscribe, and we will see you guys next time.
Adios.
Adios.